Hi there, on another adventure today. Yep, I'm on Dartmoor. I'm gonna visit some places I've been before and also some new places as well. So we're just at Moorgate and our first objective is up there, which is Kes Tor. So we'll use the military road and get up there now. Yeah, I was supposed to be going to Scotland, but the weather forecast is abysmal. Snow and really cold. So I thought I'd do a shorter trip, 3 days on Dartmoor. So I've arrived on Tuesday the 31st of March and the weather's pretty nice for the next couple of days hopefully. But who knows with Dartmoor, could be anything. But it's lovely to be back. I've really missed it. I haven't been here for a couple of years. And it is my favourite place in England. So I'll let you have a look at the view. Because that's what you're watching the video for, not me. But the moor's opened up. Oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The other thing is I've got some new bits of equipment. New camera. Some sleeping system bits. I want to try 2 sleeping systems this trip. The other thing is I've also done some mods on my MSR Hubba NX1, so I'm going to test those out as well. Right, let's head on up that way. There we have it. Tree point at the top of Kes Tor. Because it's Easter, there aren't any military operations, so we're free to roam the moor. Wow, what a view. Tapped out. And over there is Whitehorse Hill, which is slightly higher than Kes Tor, but this is the highest tor. That's the highest hill, mountain in southern Britain. And great links over there. And the goats. We'll be heading out to Whitehorse Hill. And tomorrow we'll be using the military roads to head out over towards Fernworthy forest. Yeah, gorgeous. Let's head on up to Whitehorse Hill. So this is Whitehorse Hill. Looking south, Fordham's Ledge, Okement River down that way. Where we've come from, Kes Tor. Oh, what a lovely day. Certainly very windy up here, but it's gorgeous. Right, we're going to head off to Dinger Tor. So I made it to Dinger Tor, about 5.5 miles done. It's 20 past 4. Bit early to be setting up camp really. I had planned on camping here, or might go down to Lints Tor. There's no direct way, you have to come around there and around. I can pick up some water there, or I could use the military road up there and head across to Whitehorse Hill, which is over there, probably another 4 miles. So I could quite easily do that in a couple of hours, and that would take me to about 20 past 6. Doesn't get dark until 7:30, so I could do that. So I'm quite keen to go down to Lints Tor and see if I can get somewhere over there. No, I'm going to stop here and have a drink and something to eat, and then I'll decide then. Well, I've made my decision. As you can see from the track behind me, I'm on the military road. It was only going to be half an hour until I got to Lints Tor. It would be about 5 o'clock, and why would I really want to be sitting in the tent when I can be out walking in all this glorious countryside? It's a lovely evening so far. So we're going to be heading down there to that track, and then we head on up that way, and I'm going to try and get to Whitehorse Hill. If not, I know a few other little spots that I can use over in that way, over in that direction. I've been over there quite a few times. Saying that, looking up there, it's getting a bit misty, but it'll be all right on the track. So we're going to carry on down the track, and I'll bring you back if anything interesting happens. Right, that's 2.5 litres I've got there, and I've got another litre, so it's 3.5. Half a litre to get some electrolytes in me when I get there, so that will leave me 3 for cooking and breakfast, which is more than enough. Right, we'll be heading into the mist now, heading up towards Whitehorse Hill. So we've walked past Hangingstone Hill, just there in the mist. It was very, very windy, and we come out the other side. So we're heading for Whitehorse Hill. Just got to go up the peat pass first. There's Fernworthy Forest, where we'll be heading tomorrow. Haven't really explored that part of the moor, so that's something new tomorrow. And that's the peat pass up there. And I'll just see if I can get out of the wind. If not, we'll go on to Quinton's Man. I don't think we'll get to Sittaford Tor. I think that's just a bit too far. Well, we'll see. I know there's a river just before then, so we might be able to get down there. Made it to Quinton's Man. There's really nothing up here either. Right, let's go. 7 o'clock. Right, I think this will do. By the river, which is a bit annoying because I've carried 2.5 litres of water, but never mind. This little spot here will be fine. It's reasonably out of the wind, out of the way. Right, let's get this tent up. Good morning. Had a very restful sleep. Woke up about 1:45 this morning, and then slept through till 6:30. As you can see, I'm all pitched up. Didn't do any filming last night because I got in quite late. I didn't have any tea either, just not feeling that hungry. So I've got to get on and do some camp duties this morning. Filter some water so I can have a nice cup of coffee. Yeah, it's a bit annoying really that I carried the water for a good few miles last night, but never mind. Right, let's get this coffee on. That's what I really need, a nice cup of coffee. Oh, that's lovely. And I got some of these Quaker oats porridge on the go, or porridge to go. Yeah, they're really nice. So today we're heading off towards Fernworthy forest to do some exploring over there, and Kes Tor. I'll find somewhere to camp over that side. Excellent. Yeah, so my new sleep system, I've got my existing thermals leggings, and then I bought some of these nature hike down trousers. They work really well. And I had a thin fleece on top of my base layer and my down jacket, and then I just slept on top of my quilt, which is a lightweight summer quilt. And I was just trying out if it worked. So in addition to what I would normally bring for a summer camp, it would just be a case of bringing just the down pants, and then if it got cold I could put those on, because normally I'm quite warm in it. So I slept quite well. As I say, I woke up about 1:45 and it was a bit chilly, but that's because the quilt slipped off. It has got some straps, so perhaps what I ought to have done is put the straps around so that it held it in place. So that's the first sleep system that I've tried, and I'll try a different combination tonight. Hopefully I'll arrive a little bit earlier and get set up, and then I can show you the mods that I've done to my MSR Hubba NX1, and this will allow me to pitch outer first, which you can't normally do. I'll also do a video showing you exactly how to do the modifications. Right, better get on and drink my coffee and eat my breakfast, and I'll bring you back shortly. Everybody knows the drill now. Leave no trace. Leave the site as you find it. And we're going to head off to Sittaford Tor to start with, and then I'm going to go and see if I can find the Stone Circle. Right, first we need to cross the river. Just coming up to Sittaford Tor now. It's fairly easily recognisable. Been up here quite a few times. So there's supposed to be a stone circle out this way somewhere, so that's where we're going to head off to now. Well, I've made it to the stone circle. The stones are all lying down, but there's definitely one here. Can you see them? Just trying to follow them without falling in the bog. So the stone circle at Sittaford Tor was discovered in April 2007, so it's quite new, and at 525 metres the circle is the highest in southern England and is part of the sacred crescent which arches all the way to White Tor. Right, that's interesting. I'm going to head back to Sittaford Tor now. Sittaford Tor. Oh wow, what a view! So there's Fernworthy forest. Crikey, they've cut down quite a lot of trees there. Right, so we're going to head on down this way to the forest. I've done quite a few miles extra yesterday, so today's going to be quite short, about 7 miles. Oh, that's much better out the wind. So this is Grey Wethers Stone Circle. These stone circles have been restored. I guess the one at Sittaford Tor would have had the stone standing up. Yeah, it's quite a lot of them. Quite impressive. There's 2 stone circles here. Nice little walk down the valley. Today we're going to explore Fernworthy Forest, and just the other side there's some bits I want to see. I've never been up this way before. Well, I've been through quickly on the perambulation, but never really explored the hut circles and Tolmen Stone as well. So we'll get to see those either today or tomorrow. It looks like they've been chopping down the trees. The forest is up there. We'll wander up that way and head towards the stone circle. This place seems very quiet, so I'm not actually going to say anything. It's also supposed to be a stone row. Just found the top of it, I think. And quite small. Seems strange that our ancestors used to walk along this path like I am thousands of years ago. Yeah, not too impressive, but nice anyway. I think there might be a path through the woods here, rather than having to go back to the stone circle. Let's see. Guess that's the end. Right, let's head off into the woods, see if I can get through. Should be alright. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there's a little path here. Just need to be careful. It should come out onto a big track in a minute. I recognise this standing stone. Past this one on the perambulation, and then I headed down that way to Fernworthy Forest and the reservoir, crossed by the dam. And when I was walking here, I was really intrigued by this huge rock over there, which I believe is the Middle Tor. So this is Middle Tor. It's supposed to be a rock basin somewhere. Let's head on up to the top and see if we can find it. Yep, there it is. Rock basin. Don't think I'll drink from that. There's Kes Tor up there. Actually, this is a reasonable place to camp. I believe it's in the camping zone as well. And there is French beer Tor. Might take a wander down to there. I think we might just grab something to eat first. It's been about 5 miles. We've made it to the top of Kes Tor, and there's the rock basin. It's the largest rock basin on Dartmoor. It's quite large, very large. So we'll be heading out this way and round to the river. Oh, it's very blustery. Right, let's get going. Oh, getting close to the Tolmen Stone. Just going over this old clapper bridge. Be lovely to camp there, but it's out of bounds. I think we can camp over that way though. So we need to head over to the other clapper bridge now. Here's the other clapper bridge. Right, and I think the Tolmen Stone is down that way. There we go. There's a stone with a giant hole in the middle. I reckon it's all the water from the river Right, let's see if we can get down a bit closer. Wow, impressive. Yeah, really impressive. I wonder what they were used for. As you can see, we're back on the moor. I got another big decision to make now. I was going to camp down by the river, which is nice, but it's 2:30. Could carry on, but as you can see, that's really going into the moor. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to sit down and have a drink and mull it over. As you can see, I didn't stop by the river. You can see my route today, out towards those trees. And there's Fernworthy forest, and out there is Sittaford Tor. What else have we got? White Tor up there. So I'm heading for Whitehorse Tor. Might be able to pop over and go in the valley below, or I might head back across here to Hangingstone Tor. I do need to get some water, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So this is the Stone Circle, little Hangingstone Tor is up there. Or I can drop down into, there's a valley just in front. I might be able to drop down there. I am going to need some water. Another hour and then I need to be getting my tent up, I think, today. Left it much too late yesterday. It was a good walk, but you have to do everything in the dark. So it's much too windy over at Little Hangingstone Tor. So I've come over to Hangingstone Tor, and it's quite a lump of granite. So I've managed to tuck myself down here. That's where I'll be camping, down there. I'm going to get my tent up out of the wind. Unfortunately, the only place to get any water was down there. It's about 600 yards away, so it's not too bad really. The MSR Hubba series are inner pitch first. There's no way of pitching the outer first, even if you own the ground sheet. So as you can see, I've done a mod to the ground sheet. I bought myself some line adjusters. All I have to do in wet weather is put the ground sheet out, put the poles up, and then put the fly sheet over the top, and then I can get inside, dry off the ground sheet, and if I want to I can then put the inner up, or I can wait until the rain has stopped. Right, I'm all set up. It's 6:45, so I guess it'd be time to get some tea on. I've got one of these fire pots, Mac and Greens. I thought I'd give it a try, something different. Right, need to get some water on, 400 mils I think it is. As you can see, I've decamped outside because I've got a fantastic view. I'm sure you don't really want to be watching me eat all this. Let's have a look at it anyway. Oh, I filled the bag up. It smells very greeny. Yeah. Tastes right, I think. Right, I'm going to sit here and watch the view while I eat my tea, because it's a pretty spectacular view. Good morning. As you can see, I'm all packed up, leave no trace. Hound Tor gave me some good shelter last night. I was supposed to be walking up to Cosden Beacon today, but I've decided to change the route because it's a lovely day. I'm going to spend a bit more time on Dartmoor before I catch the train home. So I'm going to be heading over to Steeperton Tor after getting some water from the river, and then up onto what I call Oke Tor Ridge and walk down that way towards Belstone, cut across the moor and then down into Okehampton. Right, going to cross the river just here, I think. Just about able to make it. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Right, we'll go down to the ford now and fill up down there. So we've made it to the top of Steeperton. And it is steep. Right on the end. Just looking west. And that's the ridge I'll be walking down. This first one here, to the left of this valley. Across the beacon. That's where we were camping last night. So we're going to wander along here. Here we have it. Highest point. Wow, what a view. There's quite a few walkers out. I think it was a good call to extend my trip by having a longer walk today. Oh, I love this place. Wild and beautiful. It's just nice to be able to camp in the camping areas and know that you're not going to be moved on. I'll be back again. Just made it to Oke Tor. And obviously we're going to go along there, along the ridge. Alright, we're going to say goodbye to the moor. We're heading down there and then we'll head up the road and back to Moorgate. Right, too far now. We're a bit of a slog along the road. Well, we're almost back at Moorgate now after my 3-day adventure on Dartmoor. Yeah, it was absolutely gorgeous. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't too cold, it was just the wind really. But yeah, beautiful. Glad I came. So as we cross the cattle grid, I'd just like to say thanks for watching if you got this far. Hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you soon.